In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to write a blog with ChatGPT that ranks. Many business owners are wondering if you can actually leverage ChatGPT to write a blog that will work. Is it actually effective? But the truth is, most people are using ChatGPT in a way that will ensure that it doesn't work. In this episode, we're going to bust the myths. We're going to show you the hidden levers that will make sure that your AI content outperforms. And I'll share with you a strategic step that you follow even before creating the blog that will make sure you get way better results. Let's dive right in. So the main focus of this episode is figuring out, can we really use ChatGPT to write a blog that will get results? And let's do some rapid fire myth busting. Myth number one, ChatGPT writes good enough content to rank without any editing or structure. This worked for like 1 month, but people caught on to the fact when they're reading content, we know if it's AI generated. And yeah, AI keeps getting better and better, but what AI never has is life experience. I'm never opposed to an experiment, and if you want to try this, go and have ChatGPT write an amazing blog for you and post it and see what happens. Myth number two, ranking is about stuffing in keywords. Now, keywords actually stopped being effective back in 2015. It's insane that people are still talking about them today, supposed gurus that teach you that you've got to find the right keywords. But the search engines, these AI tools, they're way smarter than that. They don't need keywords. So when I set up these campaigns for my clients, we make sure that we focus on search intent. Not by stuffing in keywords, but by really honing in on the really specific questions that they're asking. When they go to ChatGPT, what are they typing in there? Or when they do a YouTube search, what are they typing in there? And that dictates the creation of our content. So it's not about sticking keywords into our content, but finding out the intent of our target audience and then totally crafting that content to meet their needs. Myth number three, AI-generated content gets penalized by Google automatically. In my experience, there's no real penalties like that. I mean, AI content is showing up everywhere, from Google, obviously on ChatGPT, in YouTube. The big differentiator is how it's received by the viewer or the reader. If you can personally connect with the person that's reading it or viewing it, that content is going to do a lot better, and these tools are going to see that, and that's what's going to make your content rank at the top. Myth number four, longer blogs always perform better in search results. I haven't experienced that length has anything to do with it. I think you've got to have enough content to provide real value, right? To give a good, thorough answer. But if your content is too long, that's discouraging as well. People have a question, they have a challenge that they're trying to solve, and you need to deliver it to them in a way that seems digestible. Now, when you're using ChatGPT, your prompt determines 80% of the result. So don't think of ChatGPT as this amazing resource that just has access to all knowledge. In my experience, ChatGPT is much, much more than that, right? So it's about the prompt that you give it. If you just say, I want to write a blog on this topic, will you write that for me? It will create something for you, but guess what it's doing? It's pulling from the wisdom of everyone else and combining it together and writing a post. It's not pulling from any of your experience. But imagine if you did this little tweak. Imagine if you said, I want to write a blog post on such and such topic. I'm an expert on that topic. I need you, ChatGPT, I need you to ask me a bunch of questions so that you can understand my experiences, my biases and opinions, my client success stories, or anything like that. So just start asking me questions. And ChatGPT will ask you question after question after question, and you'll provide answer after answer after answer. And then you can say, all right, I think we've got a lot here. See what you can write, and make sure that you write it in my voice, right? And then see what comes out, and definitely proofread it. Make sure that it's all true to you and true to your voice. This is where I've seen major breakthroughs with my client. We've really seen the quality of their content jump, and suddenly Google, YouTube, and ChatGPT start paying attention. So it's kind of interesting. We're leveraging ChatGPT to enhance our content, but we're doing it in such a way that it eventually ends up ranking in ChatGPT as this authority content. Now, I'm going to recommend something that is really helpful. I recommend that you start with a video before the blog. Okay, so stick with me. If you start with this step, it'll actually result in a lot more traffic to your blog. So in creating a video, I don't want you to script the video. I want you to outline talking points, right? So then when you're filming it, you're not reading from a teleprompter, but but you're looking down at your notes and you remember, oh yeah, that's the first thing I was going to talk about. So then you just deliver that on camera. And when you're done with that point, you pause, you look down at your notes. Oh yeah, point number 2 is that. And you look back at the camera and you're delivering point number 2. What this does is it makes it so that it's really you. It's using your regular talking and your bad grammar. We want that, right? When you need to pause and find the right word and you look up, right? Or if you stutter or you say something wrong, that's what we do when we're having regular conversation. And so it's a way that helps people build a relationship with you. I also encourage you to share personal stories. So in your outline, you can have a point that shares a certain story. And as you share that story, it'll also really help the person connect with you and build that relationship, and it will help them internalize what you're teaching more. Now here's where we get to the blog. Once you upload this video to YouTube, YouTube will automatically transcribe that video. And you can copy and paste that transcript into ChatGPT, give it a really good prompt, have it ask you some questions, and it will take your exact content in your voice and just reformat it as a blog post. Now, if you do these following my leaf strategy, and I will link to another video up there where I teach what my leaf strategy is, but if you follow this, here's what happens. The video itself on YouTube will rank at the top of YouTube, and your blog post and YouTube video together will rank at the top of Google, and you'll start being referenced on ChatGPT. How do I know what questions people are actually searching for? We have so much data today. I mean, we had a lot of data a decade ago, but today we have way more specific data because people are being way more specific when they go to Google or when they go to ChatGPT. So you can actually research and find the exact questions that your target audience is asking when they go to Google or YouTube or ChatGPT. So that will then give you a good indication of the exact type of content that you want to create. So when you understand how to use ChatGPT the right way, the next step is then making sure that your content actually gets found. So that's exactly what I break down in my next episode, the Leaf Strategy, how to rank #1 on YouTube. I highly recommend you start there. It'll make sure that your blogs turn out way better, but more importantly than that, it'll make sure that your blogs get traffic. So I'll see you there.